doing play-by-play.
Hello, everybody.
Oh. Perfect.
All right, well, so what are we looking at tonight here? Gold Salamanders and Sentinels.
Yes.
We got
All right.
we got Gold Salamanders 2-4, Sentinels 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Gold Salamanders are gonna really need to get the 2-0 here sweep to be in good standing for the Freljord division.
Yep.
Yeah, no one really does want to see that. Dirty
Yeah.
Chiefs. Yeah.
They wanna. Yeah. Gold Salmon
Yeah.
definitely wants to win this to make it to playoffs.
Well, it looks like Sentinels will start off with that Quinn Morgana ban there. Definitely targeting Scattercat and possibly Meristematic. Oh yeah, those are the Sentinels. Oh well, my things are backwards. Nope, my notes are my notes are inverted to the screen. Wait, do they have a sub? Oh yes, no, Ystrael is their top laner then? Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Ystrael will lose all their bans because Gold Salamanders do have Ystrael in instead of Fat Honey Badger, so they do lose all three of their first bans. We see the Quinn, Morgana, Mordekaiser for Sentinels, so looks like they might be targeting Hussey there with that Morgana ban.
All right.
Sentinels looking to possibly prioritize a mid lane pick here.
You think they're gonna pick mid lane first?
Yeah, either mid lane or support, just for the fact that I don't know if either of those players' pools is strong.
Yeah. So you got Senna for their support.
Yeah, so Sentinels scrambles the support for Sentinels has been playing a lot of Senna lately. Lux pick for Golden Salamanders and the Zyra coming out. The Hussey plays a lot of Lux as well as Lux also plays a lot of Lux, their bot laner, and Zyra being picked leads me to believe that we will see a Lux Zyra bot lane.
Soraka top.
Yes, definitely a possibility. Israel might be playing Soraka top there. It could be a Soraka Senna bot lane as well. Lucian coming out for Gold Salamanders.
Right, let's see what their first ban actually will be.
That big ban moment here. Gold Salamanders actually able to take Rise off the table. Be targeting Scattercat there. Sentinels contemplating their next ban. Answer back with a Zac ban. Daco Trialar's jungle pool does consist of quite a few Zac games.
Plays a lot of Zac, Kane, and Warwick. Let's see if they'll target jungle again.
It looks like they take set away. Gold Salamanders are opting to take the set off the table, so we could see a Rumble and Gangplank picks out in the top lane here.
Nice.
Sentinels ban Sejuani. Daco Trialar might play some Sejuani. Maybe they have like a Sejuani like
Ooh.
support or something. A Mumu comes out. Look at that.
I like their comp. It's kind of gross.
Mumu
There's so much CC.
Yeah, just between the Zyra, Mumu, and
I
Lux.
mean, Olaf can kind of will rain on their parade potentially though.
It'll probably be a Senna Caitlyn bot lane there. And a Soraka top. Yeah, it could be Senna mid too. So hard to tell until they make their last pick here, but it will give Gold Salamanders a full view of their team comp. And Syndra, so it will be a Syndra mid there. So Olaf, the only real frontliner here for the Sentinels, just gonna probably rely on the sustain of Olaf's lifesteal and Soraka and Senna. And a Yasuo from Gold Salamanders. Zyra, getting a full knockup on a full ulted team by a Mumu would spell disaster for Sentinels.
Oh, okay, that's Yasuo top. Okay, I was confused for a second there. I'm like, what?
So I'm definitely seeing Gold Salamanders. It's like they have a little bit of an edge on the team fight.
Oh yeah, I agree. Sentinels, in my opinion, can't really initiate a fight. They kind of just have to sit back and wait for Gold Salamanders to initiate first, and then hope that they can heal Olaf enough to keep him alive as the front line.
I will say Sentinels will be able to hold macro pressure outside of objective skirmishes easier with having the Soraka ult and a Senna ult for you basically have Soraka and Senna wherever you want on the map and still have a lot of their utility from their ultimates, which will allow them to stay split possibly and not have to group quite as often early in early game rotation, early game trades for the dragon and such. But they can get punished for that as well because having Lucian and Yasuo behind the Zyra and a Mumu engage or a Lux engage is really brutal.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see if the Sentinels' healing strategy can out-heal the Golden Salamander's damage.
You know, it's gonna be it's gonna be rough for Sentinels if they get hard engaged on. I don't know if that much healing is gonna matter, but then again, I don't know. Maybe they'll have a redemption down by that time on top of all that.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, Olaf's position. Where is Olaf in these fights? Because if Olaf is able to like get a flank and actually backline, say like Lux and Lucian or something, then there's a potential for that fight to turn around because a lot of that damage is gone. Or getting like Yasuo and Lucian out of a fight, a lot of that consistent damage, or Zyra.
Yeah.
2 consistent DPS off there, they would actually be able to probably out-heal the fight after that. So.
Yeah. I think that Sentinels have like good pick potential, but they can't really initiate an all-in.
Right, having the Caitlyn ult, having the Syndra outplay button, easily able to just catch somebody out and blow them up.
Yeah, this will definitely be an interesting one.
Yeah, it's I'm wondering if the Sentinels are aware they have the 3 ignites right now.
Oh yeah.
Are they? You think they're planning a triple ignite? Just no exhaust, no exhaust, no heal.
I hope not.
Looks like they will go triple ignite here.
Oh, nope.
Nope, they just got the heal off last second. Jeez. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I don't think I've seen it ignite like ADC yet. I gotta put my pen away. I'm gonna start clicking it.
Oh wait, yeah, that is a. Oh, that's a Lucian top. Oh.
So it is Lux ADC. I was like, Lux plays like a lot of Lux and Kayle. He doesn't like play any like real ADCs.
I see. So yeah, it's a Lux Zyra. Well.
Yeah.
The Lux Zyra bot lane is way more explosive because if they like land one like Zyra like root or the Lux bind,
Right, they're
and
taking the full combo.
that person will take the whole combo of both of them and should die.
Right, you need a little bit more of precise action from Senna and Caitlyn to land like a say like a net into a W into a trap from like Senna and everything. So
And
I think that they do have a bit of a range advantage. Senna and Caitlyn will probably be able to
yeah,
um, have a little bit more lane control, but I will say Lux and Zyra don't really have that bad a wave clear either. Combined the two of them, so I think and Zyra can pretty much hold waves where she wants with plants. So
hmm
it'll be interesting to see if they can basically hold the wave correctly. Whoever has lane control really is gonna like set up the jungle because both lanes are pretty gankable.
yeah. And I wonder if how the Soraka Lucian matchup is top because I feel like Lucian can definitely kind of stomp this lane potentially.
Yeah, it's gonna. Soraka just has the E. I mean, if she can, if Lucian can dash around the slow and not get silenced, it's pretty much game over for Soraka.
Yeah.
Uh, and even if Soraka lands the E and lands the slow, I mean, Lucian can still just dash while slowed and still trade in. So,
hmm
I mean, I guess she could go even with him and play safe. It would be the best option probably
Yeah.
because of how aggressive Lucian's lane is.
Yeah. And I feel like the Sentinels comp needs to definitely like get ahead early for them to really do anything. Or else I feel like they'll just get run over by the team fight of
Right, and
Golden Salamanders.
if Yasuo can push in Scattercat, the Epa Champion and Daco Trialer could easily invade post 6 or pre 6 Olaf. And I mean, I don't think a Soraka dropping compared to a Lucian dropping down into like a top lane invade would work well for the Sentinels early.
hmm
Um, so it'll be interesting to see that if that happens, if Golden Salamanders decide to abuse that early disadvantage that Olaf has in the jungle. But that'll play on the mid lane mostly in the top lane.
Hmm. Oh, and yeah, and the Lucian top has glacial augment into the Soraka, so he's definitely looking to be able to stick on her when he trades, and he doesn't want to get kited. Uh, so yeah, and then also that will allow for with the slow on Soraka that will allow for easy ganks for Amumu. So she'll pretty much just have to flash the Amumu Q every time
Yeah,
that she
once
has
her
flash.
flash is down, she's
Yeah,
pretty much gotta like give
she's
up
got
all lane
yeah,
control.
she's got nothing left.
Nothing
uh,
after that.
yeah,
Um, yeah, everybody else's runes look pretty much on par.
yeah. Ah,
Nothing too crazy. The glacial augment Lucian isn't like I would say as much a troll as maybe it's big brain.
yeah, I think it's like pretty good actually for the
Yeah,
matchup.
that's actually a pretty big brain right there. I mean, even like getting on top of like Caitlyn and Senna in those scenarios is like out of lane. They're gonna have that much harder of a time trying to kite away from the all-in engage from Golden Salamanders here.
hmm Yep. All right.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh yeah, we got the beautiful logo overlay now for the scoreboard. In the lower
30
overlay
seconds until minions
looks
spawn.
beautiful. Good to see those beautiful team icons for the Golden Salamanders and the Sentinels. Well, it looks like just two 5-point defense here, Stro. Nothing
Yeah.
risky from no risky business. No one's trying to risk it for any of those biscuits.
I would have liked the Lux Zyra.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah. Anybody viewing, just remember don't be afraid to clip any crazy things that you might see that we might miss. Sometimes there's a lot of skirmishes happening across the map in multiple locations, and it's hard to get everything conveyed through speech alone, and possibly even seeing it alone. So remember to make them nice juicy clips.
I feel like the Golden Salamanders should definitely invaded though with the Lux Zyra, and like they could have both gone their like CC abilities with the Amumu. And, like Amumu could have like waited to start an ability to see what happened.
Yeah, they definitely had a bigger, a more open playbook for the start of the game, but I mean, Amumu scales pretty well. Yasuo is a pretty good late game out for them. I think they have a little bit more of options of how they want to play this one out.
Yeah. I feel like the comp for like the Sentinels relies a lot on how well their jungle plays in the early game. There's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, Sentinels are I think, yeah, their team comp kind of forces them onto a little bit more of a thin ice when it comes to throwing the game for their win conditions. Giving any early leads to Golden Salamanders will allow them to kind of really close the door out on a chance for the Sentinels to really scale into their full power. A lot of people see Syndra with Electrocute as kind of an early game damage, burst mage, when really, all of her abilities just get better when you match them all.
Well, isn't that every champion?
Yeah, Potato Fist coming in with a Q, slowing Yisrael. Yisrael flashing to Marismatic, trying to disengage. We will trade one back, dashing away. Potato Fist trying to get that reset. Does get the slow on him. Full Conqueror proc now. But Q comes out, but it's not enough. First Blood is on the side of Gold Salamanders, but the trade back there by Potato Fist.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that was very optimal. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, no flashes in the top lane now, and teleport was used by Soraka. Lucian having lane control and priority there will be able to hold his teleport.
Yeah,
it's rather Q-handed. Really low scrambles here. Yeah, they are mirrored right now in the jungle for the scuttles. Looks like they will both pick up their respective scuttles. Actually, Scrambles might see a Mumu here. We might see the claws coming down on Trilar. He needs to get out of there. The W does land. He's stunned, slowed, queued, and gone. Just complete collapse on by Sentinels there.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah. That was a good play.
Rapid champion making an aggression onto Scattercat, but Scattercat manages to hit Scatter the Weak and turn the trade around. Yeah, Syndra just not able to sustain her energy or her resource early. Low mana, but the gank will come anyways from Potato Fist. Trying to get something out, but the Epic Champion has a wind wall up to stop any further fighting there. Get disengaged. These trades are just not going in the favor for the Sentinels bot lane right now. Bucks is getting a little low on mana.
I would like to see Trilar try to camp this top lane Soraka with no flash.
It looks like he's trying to look for the bot lane gank here, walking the lane. Flashes forward, lands the bandage toss. Net does go up, but Devranga does have a flash of his own. Just had a Scattercat had a flash out of that knockup. Otherwise he could have been all in there with the ignite from Yasuo. The champion does hit 6 here. Scattercat with the spicy sidestep. Sidestepping death itself.
Yeah, if he could have landed that tornado, I think he could have just killed her there.
Yeah, she doesn't have any mana to actually disengage.
Oh.
Knight does come out onto her. Alt does not just put Scatter the Weak down. Just gonna get super low. The Epic Champion takes tower shot, but she lives with just barely any HP at all. Only like 70 like 78 HP, I believe she had there. So
That is very feels bad for the Epa champion.
Syndra still has her flash, so there is a spell, summer spell advantage in the mid lane now for the Sentinels coming into this first dragon here. There's Ocean. Vision control is for Sentinels right now.
And yeah,
Don't really have the priority though.
Yeah, the Strak is already level 6, so she does have ult ready to heal her allies if a dragon fight does occur.
It's kind of a lull in the laning phase now as everyone kind of gets their first resets. There comes back from getting killed. Sentinels looking to potentially get some vision in the jungle entrance here.
Yeah, it's going to be tracking the enemy very well.
Uh-oh. She has Flash here, does get the W snare on her and is able to use her Stranglethorns to heal herself away there. But that is a Flash burned. Oh boy is right. Oh yeah, Olaf does go in with the scrambles. They're trying to push Dako Trailer and this Epic Champion out of the river. How's he able to keep lane priority for Gold Salamanders? Lucian has traveled down to bot river now. It looks like they are looking to potentially set up for the dragon, but seems to be a little too quiet and may have to try to reset instead. You can tell this is real iffy about if they want to pull the trigger on this dragon right now. They are going to pull it out. Yeah, Olaf does have a superior smite. He will come around here, trying to zone him off now. He will come into the fight. It's like Dako Trailer will get the smite off. Takes the kill now. It has just a sliver of health left.
Oh my god.
Jesus, there he goes.
He got killed by the dark banana.
Yeah, the dark banana found him. Gold Salamanders were able to get the dragon there, but they will lose 3 for a trade there. The Sentinels, definitely not what they want. Keep losing that many members for the objective.
They only lose 2.
Oh, yeah, they lost 2 members. Alright. But it's not very good for them. For the fact that gold-wise, at this point in the game, they don't really want to not have they don't want to have a gold advantage.
Yeah, it's definitely going well for the Sentinels, having a gold lead already. And Olaf already completed his warrior enchantment, so he'll be doing a lot of damage with Conquer. He just has to wait for his ult to get back up, and then I feel like he can just press R and just run into any lane, really, and probably get a kill.
Lucian's gonna go for a gunblade here. He's getting opened by Potato Fist. Potato Fist did smite him. He has a dash there, and the Sentinel does come out just to kind of pepper him a little more. It's kind of nasty. The Epic Champion and Dako Trailer are here to try to respond to that gank by rotating, but it's a little too late to the party.
Yeah. I don't really understand the Lucian Gunblade build, but yeah, I don't really understand.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't Bork do that? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe he's gonna probably get Blade of the Rune King and Hex Tech on Blade, so he can continue to like double proc his Glacial Augment. I thought they shared a cooldown, but I don't think they do. They actually don't.
Oh, okay.
One's a Hex Tech cooldown, and the other one's double cooldown. Looks like we will see like a lane swap from Israel and the Epic Champion. It's an all-in here. The flash has to come out from Scattercat to stay alive there. Marismatic having to burn Flash and his ultimate. The Epic Champion does use Last Breath and Ignite, but it is not enough to stop the Soraka healing. Shadowf is looking for a gank here, but Israel able to just dash away. Marismatic opts to stay in lane there. Did not reset off of the little gap in the wave. Super low. He's gonna have to back and lose a bunch of tower health there. All in though on the scrambles. Able to flash out though. Zyral will come out. The Varenga is ignited. Be able to flash forward and hit him with a fat headshot crit. Scrambles lands the W. Ultimate comes out. Final Spark just completely annihilates Scrambles, but Varenga able to hit the trap there, the Yordle Snap Trap, and bop the Vux back. Yeah, it's out of Luxalt right onto a trap. The Varenga was ready.
Olaf secured the Rift Herald.
Yeah, just snuck the Rift Herald there. Looks like now we're gonna see possibly TP Varenga trying to stay alive here. Ultimate coming out from Deco Trilar. Varenga still trying to kite away. I think it's over. He's gonna get bopped there. The beautiful TP there by the Vux.
Wait, what? What is he doing?
Coming in, yeah, trying to Oracle's check from Scrambles. Ystriel completely punishing the face check, but there's a face check right back. Scattercat there hits the ultimate and the ignite, but not enough damage.
When did Lucian even move there?
I'm not sure. Lucian did travel down, or he didn't TP, so.
Alright, and then Olaf used the Rift Herald mid to secure the first tower.
So the next dragon is coming up, and it's up now. Cloud Dragon's pretty huge for Sentinels, being able to get more outplay buttons out of Syndra and getting that Sen ult and Soraka ult more often.
Oh boy.
Sen ult coming out. Zyra ult to clear, but Ragnarok's activated, unstoppable, allowing him to continue forward, but it's just allowing him to continue forward into the rest of the team. The return gank is here from the entire team. Flash is coming out. Deco Trilar coming forward. Soraka does hit her ult to keep the team alive, and they're turning back around now onto Gold Salamanders. Vux did fall there. We see Deco Trilar also gone. No jungle for Gold Salamanders right now, and Sentinels will set up for this dragon.
Get a free dragon now off of the
no ultimates. No ultimates on either side of the team. This is just an awful scenario for the Gold Salamanders right now, Stro. They do not want to be behind in kills. They do not want to be losing these objectives. The Sentinels will only scale and become more stronger, and if they have an advantage of health and levels, they will just be able to survive the all-in like we've seen there in the bot lane. They're able to just get the Soraka ultimate, get the Sen ult with shields, negating a bunch of that damage that can be dumped out by the Gold Salamanders ranks. But if they can play it right and the jungle difference is massive right now. 4-1 to 0-3, and the CS difference is also over 20, so or almost 20, I should say. 19 CS difference there.
Yep. Sentinels, most of their gold is on the Olaf right now, but I feel like that is a good thing for their comp. For him to be their strongest person that they can just keep alive as he runs into the enemy team with
having Caitlyn and Senna in the back, being able to assist from high range. Huge wombo combo from Hussey and Vux. Was able to land all of their CC and a beautiful ult. Senna trying to use her ult to survive that, but it's unable to negate that damage enough. Blinding Light will land on the Scattercat there. Potato Fist is slow and uses Unstoppable. Culling coming out, getting him incredibly low, under 100 health now. Dashing in, a Soraka saving him. What a beautiful Soraka. Scattercat roaming back up now. Kayla's ultimate will come out, and the ultimate going on. So they got Trialer there, getting him pretty low on half health. He's able to just run it on out of there. Sad little mummy, just trying to be right birthday party, and they're just throwing axes and balls at him. I don't think he appreciates that.
He got 360 no scoped by Caitlyn.
No ultimates in the ranks of the Sentinels right now. Probably not a very good time to try to roam and skirmish and fight.
I mean, honestly, I think I would still try if I were them, because they still.
I mean, I guess
bleed.
they have Scatter of the Week and like
They still
I
got
guess
a lot
they
of
do have
CC, and they
Yeah.
got. Wow.
Oh, this is pod racing.
If that's what you want to call this, yeah, sure. This is pod. This is pod racing.
The Epic Champion does have Q up here. Scatter of the Week was burned, but unable to land the NATO.
It looks like they're back to just farming waves again.
There's Matic with the fancy feet there, able to dodge the Q and the Luxie just barely.
Looks like Sentinels are going for the second Rift Herald of the game. Thinking the LCS they call the second one Shirley. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Surely you could get Shirley if you already got Shelly.
Yeah, Shelly's the first. What is the relationship between the two Rift Heralds? Are they sisters or what? Oh, they're twins. Alright.
He said headshot crit's pretty gross. Devrang able to just quarter health Ystriel. One auto. There's Matic not able to like really answer the counter pressure here, and just Q from Senna and the Soraka all able to completely negate the Lux, actually heal through it. And it looks like Sentinel's trying to set up for this next dragon here. This will be a Mountain Dragon, making them big strong. Giving Mountain Dragon to a Mumu would be pretty bad. Getting it onto Olaf would just be really good for the Sentinels.
So they're going to go mid? Yeah, with the Herald?
They might just be giving up the first...
I don't know, I feel like they can fight. I feel like
they might do a 3v5 here. Bandage toss out. Ragnarok does come out though. Culling coming out, just completely obliterating Senna. Dragon's control still under gold Salamanders, and with Scrambles and Potato Fist down, they're able to take this and turn the fight. Ooh, huge scat of the week and a huge headshot flashing forward here. They're gonna have to. The ranks of gold Salamanders have to get out of there. The amount of damage, they're just not ready for it. Oh, the turnaround though by Lux, beautiful Q all, but Devranga able to jump forward and get the kill back. But now here's Ystriel coming and trying to slow him with the juicy slows on that, and the Epic Champion coming back as well. Marismatic able to kite his way out and get out of there. It's a crazy, messy fight over the dragon from both teams, but gold Salamanders kind of coming even there, but walking away with the dragon after.
I'd say they won that.
Yeah, I mean they end up getting the dragon.
I mean,
That's what I'm like. Well, they lost
Yeah,
They
I
lost,
say
they
it's
lost
even.
two
Yeah.
they lost the mid tower and they lost like 3 people, but like
Yeah, how much do they lose on
they got the
tier
dragon.
3 on the inhib mid? Yeah, the mid
Pretty,
inhib tower is really low too.
it'll regen back if they can keep that keep the pressure off of it. But yeah, not a lot lost from both teams there, and a lot gained from both teams there. And it shows in the gold; they're still very even.
Yes, they are. Wow. I did not. I thought that Syndra was about to just wipe them, and then she like
When then
hit.
she hit that scatter the week
Yeah, when she hit the
and
count,
stun both of them,
and then she just backed off, and
I was like, oh. I
I
don't
thought
think
she
she
was.
realized. I don't think at that point she realized, she was probably trying to like just peel them in place there, but then like
Yeah, yeah, she
didn't
didn't realize
realize
how
they
much
had it won.
damage. Yeah, she didn't
Yeah,
realize how much damage she did. I guess.
it's like wait, you actually just melt them all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she does have Source Shoes and Ludens, so I mean, that's really all you need is Syndra. You don't even really need to land your Qs at that point. Just try to, and then press the big outplay button for the kill.
Baron is up now. A lot of pressure for Gold Salamanders in the bot lane here since the lane swap from Marismatic. Eco Trialer just walking right into Olaf there. Ragnarok coming out, be able to kill him. Ystriel trying to turn back around with the culling, grabbing Dovrango, but he's able to live with just barely help, like finding light onto Olaf there. He's able to back up Redemption coming down for the team of the Sentinels.
That was nuts. I don't know if he did that scatter of the week on purpose, but
Yeah, that scat of the week was huge.
huge.
Well, they have vision control. They just need kind of mid lane here, and I mean, having that outer top turret still up for Gold Salamanders really keeps the ability for the Sentinels to fully pressure this Baron correctly.
Yeah, it looks like the Olaf is working on that top tier 1 now. I think he's gonna get really close to getting it. Probably the
Sentinels trying to set up in the top side jungle of Gold Salamanders. Yeah, Potato Fist just starting as Sentinels trying to take this Baron here. Yeah, I mean, the amount of sustain they have, they're just able to take these stacks of Baron debuff, and it really just doesn't matter. Calling coming out now. Ystriel trying to pull them off the Baron. The Epic Champion trying to peel for his boy Ystriel. Ystriel's just too low now. Potato Fist getting incredibly low as well. Last Breath coming on to Davranga with Deko Trialer coming in, able to break apart the ranks of the Sentinels. Hussey and Vux in the bot lane pushing in the meanwhile as well. Beautiful counterplay to that dragon play with the Gold Salamanders. Able to get side lane pressure back, set up for this dragon coming up, and deny that Baron from the Sentinels.
Yeah, I think the Gold Salamanders, like, I feel like their comp is strongest in the mid game, with a lot of their champions having like 1 or 2 to 3 like item power spikes, where they're really strong, and now that's kind of like coming online for them. So now they're starting to win these fights more.
They have about 15 seconds of a window to set up vision control and try to get vision of this and vision control on the dragon pit and the river. They walk right past the control ward there. The pixel bush. Yes, Soraka's ultimate just coming up. Yeah, Senna's ultimate almost up. We'll have all ults up from the ranks of the Sentinels.
Yeah,
all ults are up on. It's on the side of Gold Salamanders as well.
I'll have a.
Here's the dragon fight. Gold Salamanders looking to try to just burn the dragon down. They pull it out a little too far, and it does reset. They have a champion looking to land a Q, does miss. Scattercat getting peppered down a little bit. Double knockup from the last breath, final spark coming out. Soraka ultimate and Senna ultimate not able to like keep the team alive enough, but the Dragon still peppering away at Gold Salamanders. Flashes traded from Hussey and Potato Fist, but Potato Fist is able to land the Q.
Ooh.
And only one member of Gold Salamanders left alive there, and also losing that Dragon definitely just throws the momentum right out the door for Gold Salamanders, and Sentinels have complete control of what's going to happen in this game now.
Yeah, I agree.
They're going to have to make some grave mistakes, overstay, or give the opportunity back to Gold Salamanders.
They're gonna get the inhib.
Ragnarok coming out, maybe just to zone the Lux back and scare.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Bot lane outer turret will fall as well. Scramble's able to split push and increase the gold lead even a little more.
Now, yeah, the Sentinels are now be looking to try and get the tier 1 top lane turret down, and probably try to pressure for Baron.
They need that top lane turret down. Just having that top lane turret for the Gold Salamanders to set up a counterplay and having a place to fall back at so close to that objective. It just makes taking the control of the Baron to not be contested from somewhere a lot harder. It's just a little bit more of a risk to know that that's right there. But when you know that's down, and when you know those, that you have like say 2 turrets down in the top and mid lane, there's nowhere to run.
Yeah, they can take the whole control of the top side of the map at that point.
Right. And they can contest a fight. Basically, all the decision and playbooks totally open at that point for the team. So they can, one, see the enemy team coming through, and B, know they can instantly turn on them. There's nowhere for Gold Salamanders to really collapse to besides all the way back to their base. Like you're seeing here, they're just completely bodying forward.
Yeah.
Trying to just
I don't know what
keep
they're really gonna get out of this though, besides just a red buff.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they really want to funnel there either. I mean, funneling against Lux and Yasuo and things like that, probably, and like a Zyra E is probably isn't the smartest thing in the world, but they just went up there and did it and got away with it.
Down, and it looks like Gold Salamanders.
Gold Salamanders are
very wary.
they're very timid of going to check that. Just trying to clear vision. E will get over. They can't see the Baron started now.
I think
Baron's down to 4,500, 4,000 health now.
I think their only chances with Freljord stealing this.
Yeah, they're gonna need a beautiful bandage toss. 2K now.
poke.
Final flash, or the final spark coming out from Bucks, able to take it here. Ragnarok coming out, flash onto Freljord, just barely gets sniped by the Caitlyn ult. Almost blocked by Bucks.
Wow.
So losing Deko Trilar, but gaining the Baron for Gold Salamanders.
It's really good for them if you're able to take away the Baron buff. So now
Definitely buys them time.
Yeah, buys them time to try and get some items, some gold.
I will say that I think that hold on. Ignite onto Franga here. He's melting with just autos, but the Epic Champion's behind him. Scramble's way farther than he should be. Just an overstay push by the Sentinels there, and they're just gonna get bit in the butt. The Epic Champion is really coming into his own right now, having both of his crit items completed.
Yep, the Yasuo's definitely online for the Golden Salamanders.
But as I was saying, Golden Salamanders have an out, Stro. That they could get the next 2 dragons and get that mountain dragon soul, and that really definitely increased their team fight.
Yeah, I don't really feel like pushing mid there for the Sentinels is the best thing. So they just got Baron, so like obviously they could like keep clearing waves easily and just ward off the push. I feel like the Sentinels should have tried to turtle there instead.
Lux is TPing in. They're looking to siege super hard here. Just get that inhibitor turret, and they're gonna be able to safely reset and set up for the Baron, or set up for the dragon here, Stro. Looking nice and good. The Sentinels are right there though, coming back to contest this this dragon.
These fights keep looking so back and forth. I don't know who's gonna win the next one.
Potato Fist does get caught by a Binding Light, has to burn Ragnarok. Another Binding Light landed, and it's completely melting Scrambles. He's just gone, and sauced and tossed by Last Breath as Scrambles there. Dako Trial are now turning onto the dragon with this team. Having Smite up, there's not much that can be done. That's the second dragon now for Gold Salamanders. Winning that fight, getting the Baron, I mean...
I think they can get the mid in him, potentially.
Yeah, complete turnaround by the Gold Salamanders.
And Lucian's pushing bot. He has a nice split push going as well, so that they can maybe pick up a bot lane. Maybe not, because the Sentinels.
I don't think the.
Yeah, I mean,
timers aren't quite long enough yet.
They might be trying.
They can probably still like.
I think they can get the.
They can slow siege here. They can probably slow siege just having a Zyra plants and such. I think they can definitely keep sieging a lot longer. Just play it slow and safe. I mean, Potato Fist could possibly Ragnarok in on their entire team. They're too close, though.
So they're backing off for now. Yeah, I guess they'll just take the one fight, the dragon, the mid inhibitor, and be on their day.
I mean, they just got momentum of this game back. I don't think they're too willing to risk it away just yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we just got this game back under control. Let's play at the pace that we're comfortable. Yasuo is scaling.
Yes. And their Lux is definitely doing a lot of damage, hitting binding from the Lux or the snare from Zyra, and that person is just pretty much one shot by the whole Lux combo.
That final spark damage is pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty significant. I wouldn't be surprised to see possibly Olaf getting a Maw.
He does have Spirit
MR builds. Yeah, he does have the Visage. I mean, I'd get Maw on him as well because of just his W and like Life Grip active is. I think it's pretty gross on him. I mean, you can even flex.
And Maw doesn't the Maw shield like give him bonus like life steal or whatever too?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He gets like life steal while it's active, plus on top of his like W being active, it's like he heals so much, which just mitigates a bunch of damage. Which is what they need to do. That's what the Sentinels need Olaf to do at this point, is do a bunch of damage and mitigate a bunch of damage. Well, being a Drain kind of like tank-esque type of like bruiser fighter is that's perfect. But I'm starting to see that even though you can send Olaf in, Olaf's not going to stop Yasuo from going in on a knock-up. It's not going to stop a bandage toss from landing if like he's not in front of it. So
yeah,
I feel like
doesn't stop the Lux combo from one shot.
I feel like their target access. Yeah, unfortunately, Gold Salamander's target access is just a little bit better. I feel from a safer range. She's just half health Hussy there. Just like a Q from Syndra's. Hussy has to flash away. Soraka flashing forward with a silence to stop the Yisrael. Go for a ultimate redemption and Sentinel coming out trying to keep her alive, but it's not enough. Culling will burn her down. You see Soraka come out here, ignite onto Olaf. That champion kind of caught between rock and a hard place there. Not knowing which way to go. He's able to just split push though and siege super minions in the base of Sentinels.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the best choice by Soraka. I mean,
it was cool. Like they stopped him last second, but like I mean,
their team still kind of lost the fight anyways, and she died. So I mean, it definitely looked cool while she was doing it, but then she just kind of died and.
Then it wasn't so cool anymore.
Yeah.
The coolness wore off really quick.
Yeah, I sort of just flash silence. I was hyped. Gold Salamanders are starting to Baron now.
Look at the burn it. Look at the health on Baron. You can burn it down.
They just take this uncontested because of the 2 waves that were in the Sentinels base.
And I mean, Dako Trailer coming off death there, getting his back, kind of in a sense, getting his buy, getting the Baron.
And now
Gold
they're
Salamanders
resetting.
are gonna be big beefy.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna go set up for the Dragon Soul, and their next goal would probably be to get that. It's
And
like
just
both
end
teams are walking up to try and get vision of this.
this dragon is huge. This is a huge dragon.
Oh yes.
If Sentinels don't get this dragon, the game's likely over for them.
Yes.
Holy man, Potato Fist is going full send right now with the Ragnarok. He's trying to burn down Dako Trailer at all costs.
Oh my god.
The Epic Champion able to just shred the backline though. Scrambles and Scattercat just stuck out of the fight here. Yestreal able to just pick him up over the wall. Scrambles trying to stay, trying to maybe take the dragon, but it's just over.
It's a massacre.
Super minions are just in there, just doing what needs to be done.
It was a massacre.
It was this. They tried forcing that dragon fight, trying to catch Gold Salamanders on their heels, but Gold Salamanders just having this Imperial team fighter are able to just turn and say, "Okay, fight, let's fight."
Yeah, the Olaf was able to go in, but he's the only one who can really walk up, and then he just kind of wasn't able to kill anyone because the Yasuo and Amumu are pretty tanky, and then they just lost.
Yeah, definitely seeing the draft for Gold Salamanders just having a few more general win conditions they're able to acquire. They have many paths to go. An early game Lucian closeout. They have a late game Yasuo. They have a mid game Yasuo combination with just their team fight. They have a team fight. So and you just look at what the Sentinels have, and it's like they have this nasty like late game snowball team, and if they just don't snowball, then they're stuck. They're stuck on that linear path of just trying to like wait it out, wait for mistakes, try to find picks, and it's just that's a win condition that's sometimes much harder. It's in the hands of the enemy team to give you those conditions rather than you to not get them through your own actions. So
Yeah, Sentinel's comp was definitely weaker than the Golden Salamanders for sure.
yeah, we can see in the damage graphs here. I mean, Lucian's damage is just massive compared to pretty much everyone, but you can just see the consistent damage from like Yasuo and Lux there from those alts and those all-ins, just really showing up on the graphs. I mean, you've seen it in game, so it's not very surprising to see these results.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they just had the best superior comp, I think, is what happened there. They looked a little flustered in the late early game or early mid game, and then the Golden Salamanders just kind of turned it back around for them, and then their comp just kind of came in to its own and just kind of walked all over them.
Right. I feel like generally the Sentinels need to draft for. They need to have a little bit more of an open, more paths to pick. I don't think you should try to draft such a specific team comp, basketing for a specific scenario.
Yeah, they kind of only had like they were pretty much their whole team comp was pretty much one dimensional. They really didn't have many options.
Well, while we wait to get into game 2, Stro, I think we'll just go ahead and have our little 5-10 minute break here while the teams reassess their plans and set up for game 2. We will be back. Welcome back, everybody. To game 2 of the Freljord division between Gold Salamanders and Sentinels. We're getting into bans now. Gold Salamanders losing all 3 of their bans because of Yisrael. Let's see if the Sentinels will make any adjustments or target any of the champs from last game.
If I were them, I'd ban Lux, probably, or Yasuo, maybe even Lucian. They were kind of all a problem.
Yeah, Gold Salamanders probably looking to draft a similar team. It's last game. Seems though, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
True. Oh, there's the Lux ban.
Well, unfortunately, you know, Vux is probably sitting over there going, "Oh, can't even get the Lux."
Yeah, very, very sad.
Yeah, it's very big stinky.
Oh god.
For Gold Salamanders, gonna have to come up with something different there. Might see Kale in the bot lane now.
Oh god. It's gross. Ugh. I mean, I guess he plays these champs. Yeah, it works for him, so he can make it work.
See the Mordekaiser ban now. Gold Salamanders get first pick here. They will lock in Morgana. It's likely to see that Morgana on Hussey. Definitely more of a comfort pick and highly played by Hussey. So.
For sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. If the Gold Salamanders, like, they win this next game, they'll be 4-4, and they'll be in a 3-way tie for first place in the Freljord division.
Second place.
Or yeah, there'll be a 3-way second place tie. Which I don't know how that's. I believe they'd go from head to head, and then from there, like yeah, you could look on the Casual Esports league site. I believe the rules are there somewhere on the site. On that whole side. Yeah, under the About tab. Yeah. Or if you're following or joined in the Discord, you could definitely look up all that there. The specifics of that is all there. I'm not going to go over all of it.
Yep. Banning out Yasuo as well.
We'll see the Zyra and Zac there for Daco Trilar and possibly.
So was that a Zyra?
I don't know.
Bot lane? Question mark.
It's Gold Salamander, so it's really hard to tell.
Is it Zyra Morgana bot?
Could be a Zyra Morgana bot.
I mean, after their last comp, I would assume it's Zyra.
You do similar stuff with landing an E into a Q or a Q into an E and then an alt and an alt.
It's the same idea, pretty much.
Kind of just a land an ability, kill lane.
Wow, they have so much magic damage. You have the Ahri mid. Who knows? Who really knows? Who really knows what the Gold Salamanders, where these 3 are going?
Well, we see Jax, Tristana, and Vagar with Nautilus on the Sentinels. So they have a much better team to fight with now. Whereas we see Xerath and Ahri, this a full AP team here. Unless we're seeing an ADC Ahri potentially from the Golden Salamanders, Stro.
Well, they do have a full AP team. That is not the best, because then everyone on Sentinels can just build MR. Like the Nautilus can just build full MR potentially if they don't go AD. One of them doesn't go AD.
Well, the most likely AD would be Ari.
Wait, where's the Sentinels jungle?
Probably Jax
Jax?
or Fizz.
Fizz jungle? Oh boy. You think it's Nautilus jungle?
Too hard to tell. Both of these team comps are just super flexible in how they can be played, so.
True. Any truers in chat?
Any truers in the chat? Anybody feeling the massive force of this gonkular momentum that we have right here?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect. I mean, Gold Salamanders definitely. I mean, they both are like look pretty good. Besides just like Gold Salamanders being all AP. So,
I will say that the Sentinels definitely drafted a more flexible team here in game 2. So
yeah, in the first game for sure.
team's much more healthy for just any scenario. Jax can split push pretty well. I mean, he can team fight just as well. Just having Tristana and Veigar and Fizz. So, I mean, there's a Fizz ult and a Veigar ult with Nautilus, allowing them to have a decent team fight. Fizz can pick with Jax, so they can deal with split push of their own. Really, there's just they kind of have all options on the table with that team comp, and you can pretty much say the same for the Golden Salamanders. Ari's able to split pretty safely, having her charm and 3 dashes. With thumbs up, she should be able to dash, or she should be able to split pretty safely.
Yeah.
A good team fight though too with her, with Zac, and Zyra and Morgana, having Xerath in the back line. So
Looks like someone left the
yeah,
champs.
probably a bug splat. It's not a seal game series if somebody's client is bug at least once. I'd like to take this moment to talk about Riot Games and Riot Studios. The over 200 plus years of devs experience that the company has, but yet they can't figure out how to actually properly make a client.
True. Yeah, Riot is definitely lacking sometimes in that area for their client working correctly or well. I remember just a month ago when the client was just super slow all the time. Everyone was just super slow.
Did it frustrate you?
Oh yes.
And you'd yell, and then Barb would tell you to get off.
I don't think I was. I think I would just yell because of the game.
And then Barb would be like, "All right, Alex, get off the computer now." And you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
And then you'd be like, "Hey guys, I gotta go."
Yep. That is me.
It just boom, just gone, just gone. Well, we wait for whomever disconnected to get back in the lobby. Alright, the Epic Champion's back, so I think let's shuffle him back into the correct spot and reset up this draft here.
This one fucks it. I'm gonna have to get. I mean, alright, they're just okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Good enough.
Oh yeah, coin flip is. Isn't it coin flip for side selection? Oh yeah, that's right. Yastariel's an Ari player. I forgot about that. I should know that because we literally are in the same division that he actually isn't. So we have scouted him before. Oops. So,
I still am just do not know.
well, they should be picking where they're going. So it looks like it's going to be a Nautilus top, Jax jungle, Vigar mid, and then who do they have? They had Tristana and Fizz? What? Bot lane? Or are they trading? Wait, why are they trading? I don't understand. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a confusing setup for a team comp. Really weird to like see how they're gonna actually like orient that team to correctly work. It seems like it's a good team. It's like, well, who's gonna lane where though? It's really a lot of those champions can play in multiple lanes. I mean, on each side of the map, you can play Zyra mid, or you can play support. You can play Morgana mid or support. You can play, Xerath mid or support. You can play Ahri mid, top, or ADC.
Okay, so they did trade for some bizarre reason. Don't really know why, but okay.
So it is a Nautilus top.
Yeah, Nautilus top with the Jax jungle, Fizz mid, Tristana ADC, and Vigar support. And then on the other side, it looks like it's Ari top, Zac jungle, Xerath mid, and then a Zyra Morgana bot.
Stroud, they just traded again.
Oh, they traded again.
And again. And again.
Alright. Okay. No more trading. Wow. Alright, so scratch what I said before. It's gonna be a Fizz top, the Jax jungle, Tristana mid, and then a Vigar Nod bot.
So it's like a kill bot lane on both ends there.
Yes. Oh, and the Zyra changed to cleanse at the last second in the bot lane. Huh.
Actually, probably a good grab there.
Yeah.
Having cleanse just in case Black Shield's down.
Why take Vigar? Okay, I feel like Vigar here would have been better mid because Morgana's bot lane with the black shield. So you can kind of just put that on anyone, on the person, and they can just kind of just walk through the event horizon. Or wait, what
Right,
is,
well, the issue there though is like
walk through the
the
Vigar
Black
E.
Shield's gonna disappear, and then there's gonna be a
Yeah, I
Nautilus.
guess.
Like they can't really just check into a Nautilus, I don't think, very like an early game.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
most
know. It'll
interested in
be
this Ari Fizz matchup in the top lane.
it's all gonna come down to if Fizz can trickster the charm. If Ahri can land
Yes.
the charm, she pretty much wins all trades against anything. If she
Yeah.
lands the charm, she wins the trade. But if she doesn't land the charm, she can still kind of trade even, or like still win a trade with just Q and W.
I don't know. I am a avid Fizz player, and with Fizz, really, it's if you dodge their CC ability, you kind of just win.
Right, but like post 6, like she could miss charm, and you can like try to trickster onto her, but she still has those 3 dashes of her own. So it's Ari's
Oh,
got a little bit more of return play even without the charm after 6. But I do agree that yeah, Fizz pretty much just cucks like anything that he can trickster like one of their abilities.
I played a lot of Fizz into Ari, and it's really like if you can land the fish on her before she like ults, she still pretty much dies because like she'll be like CC'd or knocked up for like a second, and that gives you like time to catch back up to her one dash.
True.
And like if if the Ari times it wrong, she can like get knocked up by the fish like mid ulti dash, and then it's even worse because then it kind of just ruins one of her ulti procs.
Chum the Waters just spells disaster for Ystriel in that lane, but
Yeah, if he can dodge it, he should be all right.
there is a combat sum difference in the top lane. Ystriel taking the ignite.
Well, I'm hoping with the Zac that Trilar is more aggressive early than in the first game as a Mumu. And yeah, it should be a pretty interesting game, I would say.